In a quaint village, there was an elementary school known for its enthusiastic students and dedicated teachers. Among the educators, there was a unique philosophy teacher, Mr. Thompson, who was famous for his unconventional teaching methods. One sunny morning, he decided to visit a local primary school to share his wisdom with the younger generation. As Mr. Thompson entered the classroom, his eyes sparkled with excitement, and he carried a large, empty glass jar under his arm. The students, usually restless, were instantly captivated by this unusual sight. It was clear that this was not going to be an ordinary school day. Mr. Thompson placed the jar on the teacher's desk, making sure every student could see it. Then, with a flair for drama, he revealed a collection of large rocks, each about the size of a child's fist. One by one, he carefully placed these rocks into the jar. The students watched in silence, intrigued by this strange activity. Once the jar could hold no more rocks, Mr. Thompson turned to the class with a question. "Is this jar full?" The students, seeing no space for more rocks, unanimously agreed, "Yes, it's full." But the lesson was far from over. Mr. Thompson then produced a bag of small pebbles. He started pouring them into the jar, gently shaking it so the pebbles would settle into the spaces between the larger rocks. Once again he asked, "Is the jar full now?" The students were beginning to understand his point and hesitated, but many still said, "Yes, now it's full." The next part of the demonstration involved a bag of fine sand. Mr. Thompson poured the sand into the jar, filling every tiny gap that remained between the rocks and pebbles. "Is the jar full now?" he asked for the third time. By now the students were catching on and replied with a more cautious, "Probably not." To their amazement, Mr. Thompson then took out a pitcher of water and began pouring it into the jar. The water seeped into the sand, saturating every remaining bit of space. Only after this did Mr. Thompson nod in agreement. "Now, the jar is indeed full." Mr. Thompson looked around at his young audience and began to explain the significance of this demonstration. "This jar represents your life," he said. "The rocks are the most important things. Your family, your health, your closest friends. These are the things that, even if you lost everything else, would make your life still meaningful. The pebbles," he continued, "represent other things that matter in your life, like your job, your house, your hobbies. And the sand? That's all the small stuff, the daily chores, the errands, and the minor worries." He further explained, "If you fill your life with sand first, you won't have space for the rocks or the pebbles. The same goes for life. If you spend all your energy on the small things, you might miss out on the things that truly matter." Mr. Thompson stressed the importance of focusing on the rocks in life, emphasizing that these should be one's priority. Spend time with your family, take care of your health, and don't forget to chase your dreams. These are what will bring real fulfillment to your life, not the endless cycle of daily tasks and minor worries. As he concluded his lesson, a thoughtful student, Emma, raised her hand and asked, "But Mr. Thompson, what about the water? Where does that fit into our lives?" Mr. Thompson smiled warmly at her insightful question. "The water," he replied, "represents the things we often overlook. The little joys, the moments of relaxation, and the times we share with friends over a cup of coffee or tea. No matter how full your life seems, there's always space for these moments of happiness and connection." The students listened intently as Mr. Thompson elaborated on the metaphor. He encouraged them to find balance in their lives by prioritizing their rocks, their family, health, and passions. He advised them not to let the pebbles, the secondary tasks and routine matters, or the sand, the trivialities of life, overshadow what was truly important. "Remember," he said, "life is not about being busy with a jar filled to the brim. It's about having a fulfilling life, rich with experiences that matter to you. It's about making the days count, not just counting the days. Balance your rocks, pebbles, sand, and water in a way that enriches your life and brings you true joy." As the bell rang, signaling the end of the lesson, the students left the classroom deep in thought, pondering Mr. Thompson's words. His simple yet profound lesson had left a lasting impression on them, teaching them the importance of prioritizing what truly matters in life.